So what's going on, everyone? This is BankHeistSquad here, and I have some good news. I don't know if any of you guys know, but I have been trading, and actually, I've been learning in trading futures. And so today, I had some good news for myself. I have passed another funded challenge today, and I've become a futures funded trader. And I wanted to show you guys a little bit about like what platform I'm using and the trade I took and things like that. So I really hope that you guys like this video. This video is, of course, for motivation purposes only. I'm not advising you to do what I'm doing. I'm just sharing this is what I'm doing to scale in on my uh, knowledge with the market. But let's get started. And of course, I hope you guys had a great week because today is Friday. So for me, this is really, really good news to receive on a Friday. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and share my top Topstep screen, which this is the platform that I use to become funded. I heard a lot of good reviews about this particular uh, broker for futures, and so far so good. What I can say about them is that they do have outstanding customer service. That's like really important. You're dealing with a broker because, of course, you're dealing with large amounts of money at a time, and you want to be able to trust your broker um, that you're trading with. And so they had outstanding customer service. When every time I've reached out, the response time is very quick. And if they're unable to respond, you will receive an email within a few minutes of someone answering the question that you may have, or they may ask you to maybe reach back out or something like that. But yeah, really, really, really outstanding customer service. That's so important because I actually come from like client service, that whole financial institution type role. And so I know how important it was for my clients to receive that outstanding client service from me. And so to have that, and I'm on the other side of things, it's just really important. It's a must have. And so here you see, congratulations, you passed your trading combine. And so they call it a combine. This is actually like fairly new to me. I promise you guys, I have not been trading futures for that long. I would say maybe within the month. What do you think, babe? Within this past month? Within this past month, I started trading futures, and here I am. So if I can do it, you could do it. Especially if you are profitable in forex, it's like well, honestly, I would say it's like night and day because it's actually better to me with futures. And so they're gonna contact me tomorrow probably, or maybe even Monday, with my certificate. And I'm not gonna post this video until I show you guys how the certificate will look and things like that. But they're probably gonna contact me this weekend or Monday with that information. And so I did choose to get into their $150,000 account. And the goal for this particular account you had to make to pass was 9,000. So the last trade that I took, it went a little bit over. If I would have actually held the trade, it would have went way over. But of course, when you're doing a challenge, you you just want to get it over with. It's not about even being like, oh, I passed a challenge. I want to go to 10K, 11. No, you just want to get it over when you meet those requirements, so that you can move forward and start making real live money. And then you got the second task to complete is that your best day could not be greater than 50% of your total profits. Now, this was actually really tough for me. And I want to explain a detail of why it was actually hard to understand at first, but also it was really tough for me because sometimes a lot of the times the trades that I take, they run, right? And so, say I have a trade and it went over 50% of my total profits, which that number for me was 4,500. I guess what would happen is that I would have to trade an extra day to show them that, I guess maybe no bots, that is really me, and that my skill and things like that. They would make me trade an extra day if I went like, 4,600 or 5,000 in one day. And so, honestly, uh, if you see here, it took me 4 days to complete this. It could have honestly took me maybe 1 or 2 days to complete this, but because I had to cut my wins short, which y'all hear that, right? I had to cut my wins short just to, complete their guidelines. That's kind of crazy, right? But when you get a live funded account, that doesn't apply. And now I'm still new to this, so that's what I'm hearing, and I will see for myself once I, get my account, and I'll update you guys if there's any difference with that. But I actually know someone who trades a live account, and they make well over their account balance on a daily basis or whatever. So I feel like that's the truth or whatever. So that was a little rocky because like, hey, you know what you're doing. I could have done this in less of the time, but hey, they have their rules, and so that's how you've kind of like elevated with this type of um this type of skill, because you could follow someone else's rules and then you still have your own rules, and still works, right? So I did that, followed their rules, and didn't go over the 4,500 per day. And also another thing with that is that you cannot swing trade, because with futures, the futures market is not open. I guess like how the forex exchange market is open like dang near 24 hours or whatever. um, the futures market is not the same. So any trade that I took, I could not hold it to swing it over until the next day. That that was out of question. So sometimes it would be hard. Well, honestly, not for me, though, my style of trading. But if I would have needed that, it was just needed that option. It was just not available to me to swing a trade to the next day. Most of the time for my strategy, I'm definitely out the trade by 11 a.m. That's part of my rules. I do not like trading after 11 a.m. unless I have a runner. All right, so then we had down here, the next guideline was to do not hit or exceed the 3,000 daily loss limit on your account, or you'll be deactivated for that day, or for that trading day. According to here, I did not break that rule. I did not exceed a $3,000 drawdown, and you can see here, I didn't pull back or anything like that. It kind of just I trended up. But yes, if you were to exceed the daily loss limit of $3,000 on this account size, what would happen is that they would completely stop you from trading that day. You wouldn't be able to take any more trades. If you have a practice account, I guess you could, if you had like an itch to get into something else, you can go and log into your practice account and take trades there, but you would not be able to take trades on your simulated funded account until the next trading day. So if you did that on a Friday, then you wouldn't be able to trade again till Monday. So that's actually another thing that I like about this company. They kind of uh, uh, mitigate risk very well, or help you mitigate your risk very well, because sometimes traders, they can go through those psychological ups and downs when they're trading. And everybody knows sometimes, hey, you can overtrade when you don't need to. So yeah, that was that. So um and then the last rule would be to not, this area, it actually would vary. So like while I was trading like here, 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 this bottom line here, I think, or is it this one? Minimum balance, minimum balance, minimum balance. So I think this line would show you on whatever particular day, like what you could not go hit below. So that box I checked only because each, day I traded, it trickled up. All right. So I started this account on August 18th and I ended on the 25th. And so I think, since it says 4 days, I know I did not trade Wednesday. And I did not trade Monday. So I traded Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, and this Friday. So those were my 4 days. And now it's showing that the status of this account is closed, of course, because I've passed the challenge. So I'm gonna scroll down here so you can see my winning percentage. Oh, it shows it down here, my days, so you can see what I'm saying is right because I got the calendar over here. So I traded the 18th. Did I trade the 21st? Hmm. I don't remember trading the 21st. That's weird. The 21st, the 24th. Oh yeah, it was the 21st. My schedule that I normally have, it got switched a little bit this week. And so these 2 days I didn't trade. Look at me. All right. So yeah, the 22nd and the 23rd, I didn't trade this week. And then I traded yesterday and today. And so these were my wins for today. On this day, I remember because by the amount on this day, I did not like how the market was moving. And because, previously I have, got this amount, I really, really was not trying to go under that amount too much. Um, and as you can see on this day as well, you can see my P&L, like I had lost um, on this day, but I did get it back into profit. And so when I got myself kind of like to like a back into like more a little bit of profit on this day, I was like pretty much done because it was just an ugly day. When you take losses, you got to kind of just take that second trade and be done. Now, there's another column I want to show you guys, but I know it's looking a little crazy here. But I'm explaining that column because I'm laughing to myself of how many trade or how many contracts I have on these days. I'm explaining that to you guys in a minute. But yeah, so I had took a loss on this day. So when I had took the second trade, um, I got a little bit of profit back, and so I closed out for the day and was done. And then on this day, it was just straight wins. The lowest profit or P&L that I had was $57, but I ended up making $3,200 dollars on this day. And then today, oh yeah, that's today. So today, I made, the rest of the money that I had needed. And so today also I did lose, and let me explain that as well for today. So today is the 25th, and if you don't know or haven't checked the calendar, fundamentally, uh, the what happened was is that there was news at 10:06 a.m. and I was trading at that time because of course that's my time to trade in New York session. And so when Colin speaks, if you don't know, um, the market is very, very, very volatile at that point in time. And so that's pretty much what it was. Colin was speaking, and when Colin speaks, he likes to draw the market up and down. He brings it to supply, he brings it to demand. He likes to break. I'm saying but the market, honestly, the market breaks highs, it breaks lows, and um honestly, yeah, it just takes you through loops sometimes. But I was very, how can I say, I did discipline myself today, because actually you can see this is the lowest contracts that I had out of all of these days. So I did discipline myself because honestly I didn't need that much, to beat the challenge. So I did discipline myself with the contracts. I was only willing to lose a certain amount, and as you can see, my low for the day was 1300. Um, and so that was the loss. And then when I got back in the trade, I got the 1300 back, mind you, because I needed it, plus the profit. So that's how that worked. And so I took a total of 24 contracts there. So let me get to this contract line, and how this works. So with Forex, we use lot sizes. And so this is still very different for me. It's not showing me, how you use the 0 1, you use the standard, the 1.00, the 5 standards, 10 standards, all that, $10 a pip, $5 a pip, all that stuff, lot size. When it comes to the contracts, it depending on what you trade. Um, so for each contract, like right now, I'll just say, trading the S&P mini, which they have an S&P mini and an S&P micro. But for mini, each for every one contract, right? It's $12.50 per. Is it per pip or tick? The contract per pip per tick. Okay, so yeah, I had to get a confirmation with that because I'm telling y'all, I'm only a month in on this. You said what? Right. So yeah, the ticks versus pips are way more volatile, which I do, trade on tick chart, with futures. And so yeah, so for every tick, it's 12. Every tick that I move in my favor, I will, for each contract that I have on the position, I will receive $12.50 every ticket moves up, right? So on an average, I am putting about, I would say, 3 to 9 contracts per trade. I believe that's how it is. So depending on how many times I get in, that will add up, right? So that's why you see these numbers are really high, because when you are trading futures, for the most part, you do not want to hold a trade all the way down to TP. I am a scalper, and so I scalp my way to TP until I reach the target. And I will have to. I don't have any future students right now. So in order for me to show that, I would have to have, people interested in something like this or whatever. I'm just showing y'all, this is out there or whatever. But right now I'm not teaching anyone futures. I'm still learning myself, and I'm just using the skills that I have with Forex and bringing it over to the futures market or whatever. And I know that I'm only going to get better because it's just a whole nother world in futures. So but yeah, that's pretty much how it is. So yeah, I know y'all see 98 contracts on this day. And let me explain that day too, because it was a Friday or whatever, another Friday. Honestly, I was kind of at first like just like, dang, you gotta get out the market at the by the end of the day. So I was kind of like, I'm very like confident in my strategy and stuff, like strategy and stuff like that. So I was just trying to beat it in one day, but it didn't work out too well or whatever. As you can see, I had like it was almost $950 stop out or whatever that day or whatever. So you just gotta walk away, if it's not gonna to play out how you thought in your head. So I'm guessing, which I can't really remember this day like that. I'm guessing this was another choppy day. I just took what I made and ran with it or whatever. But yeah, I did load. I remember loading up on this day because I just was trying to get it over with or whatever. And that probably similar to this day. But honestly, for this day, it was just like, okay, if I get it really, really close, because I know I can't make over 4,500 in one day, then I know, the next day, like, I don't have to put too many contracts in, and maybe even hold it a little bit longer, because just with the ticks, like, y'all will have to see it for yourself. It's super volatile. When it's like, if anybody, trade binary and stuff like that, that type of stuff, like super volatile or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like it's so different from Forex because I don't have to hold that much drawdown if I'm going in the right direction. I feel like in Forex it's like, oh my gosh, like, bruh, the candle, I should be blue. What's going on with the spread? That's the feeling I get with Forex. I do not get that feeling with futures. If I see if I'm in drawdown, it's because of my entry that I decided to enter in on or whatever. So that's that. Those are my trades that I took. So um it shows you the total amount of trades, which I don't know about this number because I feel like I didn't take this amount of trades, but I'm guessing this has to do with the contracts as well. So, like I said, I'm getting so used. Yeah, I just started this month, so I have to figure out what these numbers mean, and I do need to figure it out fast because hey, I am funded right now, and I had to trade this account, you know, as a professional trader, and so I need to figure out, what all these numbers mean. I know that, these are their fees and commissions that they would take out from the trade or whatever, which is fine. um but yeah, so that's where we are. And was there anything else? I got an email today. Let me see if I can show y'all that. Show y'all my email. So this is my email here. You are funded. And I got that today at this time. So there we go. Um But yeah, so this is Topstep, and um, let me take that off. But yeah, so that's Top Step, and I'm gonna show y'all the certificate, and also I am going to show you guys the trade. So stay tuned. That's coming next, and if you have any questions about futures, you can hit me up. I still should be able to answer the basics when it comes to futures because it is similar to the foreign exchange. One thing I can say is that yes, I am not using TradingView anymore because it does not align with the futures market. Even if I try to add like the little tab that they have for futures to pull up a chart, it just does not align. So I'm not using that chart anymore. And so I did downgrade my TradingView to the basic because um, for one, right now, hey, I'm funded, and for two, um, if I'm trading forex, I don't require like that many indicators. I don't really need to back test on there or anything like that. I'm using another resource at this time. Um, but I'm not sure if no, I don't think Jarrell, he's not gonna keep his trading view either. It wouldn't make sense for him either when he's trading futures as well. But yeah, so I'm super excited. It's been a great week for me, and this was just an awesome way to end my week. And yeah, we're just scaling up. As time goes by, I knew 2023 was gonna be a great year for me, and I got funded with uh the my funded trader or whatever this year back in March, I believe it was, and now I'm funded in futures. So yeah, we just gonna keep leveling up, and yeah, if y'all wanna hit me up, y'all know where to reach me at BankHeistSquad on Instagram, Facebook, um, on TikTok, but I haven't posted on TikTok yet. And yeah, you can email me info at bankheist. No, what is it? It's bhs at adelitadiaz.com. That's the email if y'all guys want to reach out to me with any questions. But I will see you guys in the next one. Whew. About to hit TP in a second. I gotta watch these lows. I may have to get out, or I may not. And I'm about to exit the market in a second. We are hitting this low. It may do a hard reject right here. I think I just missed my chance. Yeah, I haven't had any breaks of candles, and so this would be a place where it could break a candle. Just crazy.
Order filled.
Yeah, I had to get out right there because it's a key area. Hey.